Are we live? Yes, we're live. Okay, this is my FOMO stream, baby. So here's the thing. This is my first FOMO purchase that led into a real Star Wars shelf. Because here's the thing, my experience with Hot Toys was when I first pre-ordered Avengers Endgame, Thanos Battle Damage, and Iron Man Mark 85 Battle Damage. Those were my first experience with Hot Toys. And I never had a clue with how Hot Toys work. So I was just surprised that after pre-ordering, and it's been 2 years, I still didn't get my figure. That to me was just so weird, man. When I pre-order, I usually get rewarded for investing my money, for putting my money at risk, right? And I get some perks for that. Either it's a limited supply or something. But with Hot Toys, it's just a shock to my system that there's no advantage to pre-ordering early. So as a first timer, I was just so crazy, shocked and surprised that that's the reality of how Hot Toys work. And to top that, the value for Endgame Thanos and Iron Man Mark 85 just tanked so much. It lost 20 to 30% of what I paid for it. So I was just so shocked. I was like, man, I paid for this early. I waited for 2 years and the value is way down. If I'm gonna buy something brand new now, I'm actually gonna save 30% and I can get it right away. So imagine, that was just so crazy. Okay, so that's my history with Hot Toys. So suddenly this figure came, this one. I forgot the exact event, whether it was a summer showcase or something. I don't know the Hot Toys events yet, but they hold limited stuff annually. So they released this. Originally, I didn't care much for it. I was thinking, hey, it's like a fusion between Darth Vader and Boba Fett, right? I'm not gonna start a Star Wars shelf. So I didn't pay much attention to it. I even saw it in Toys Wonderland. I was like, look, everybody's going crazy for that. I can get that now if I wanted to. That's what I thought. That pre-order lasted for like 5 hours, 9 hours, I don't know, I forgot. But I was just so shocked that it wasn't available. So it triggered a FOMO in me, man. Like, man, I was thinking of getting that. I mean, I should have pulled the trigger. It was the first quote-unquote pre-order experience I ever had with Hot Toys. Missing out. That's the point why you pre-order, because you don't want to miss out. And that was the first time I missed out on a good price on an interesting figure. Okay, so fast forward. The FOMO was so bad in me that I just kept thinking about Boba Fett, Arena Boba Fett. And when I found out the story of how he got the suit, that he actually had to go to an arena tournament and he had to put on a disguise by dyeing his suit black or something, I was like, man, it's an arena arc. I love arena arcs, man. I love arena tournaments. I gotta have this Boba Fett, man. It was so expensive that time. It was like $800, $600. I'm never gonna pay for that, man. $600 for this? No. And then suddenly, the value started going down a bit, going down. And suddenly it hit $390. And I was watching 6 Scale Cantina, and I love his show, especially when he does the market watch. Those things are never accurate, but it's always fun to speculate in the value of your collection, right? That's what I learned when I was a Magic the Gathering enthusiast, about the value of my collection and stuff. So he said that this is gonna be the lowest. It's gonna be $390. I was like, yeah, no, that's a few $100. It's $100 above retail. So I bought it, man. I bought it. And funny enough, Funny enough, I got this in eBay Japan with free shipping. Free effing shipping. Okay, so the seller was so nice. The person was so good with the communication. He was thanking me and stuff, but it was a bit too honest. Okay, so he declared the value of this $390 plus some eBay tax $420, and guess what? I had to pay like 6,400 pesos for this freaking shipping, man. So basically I got this at around $500 give or take, man. So yeah, I got this at $500, completely lost out on the deal, but hey, still have the Arena Fett finally, and I have a Star Wars shelf. I mean, you've seen my Darth Maul, right? I posted it somewhere. So yeah, I'm talking a lot because this is what, you know, my video's about. It's sort of like a vlog. It's not really an unboxing of some sort. So this is my first FOMO experience. This is the first time in my Hot Toys collecting career. I'm 1 year old. No, I'm barely 1 year old. I'll turn 1 year old this December. It's my first time in my Hot Toys history that I missed out on a figure. So I got it, man. You've seen the box. It's standard Star Wars. It's black Boba Fett, period. Nothing special in it. Is it gonna be expensive someday, or is it gonna be like Scarlet Spider that's gonna be available everywhere and anywhere? We will never know. So yeah, this is the figure. I like this. I like this figure. I like this Boba Fett. I like this iteration of Boba Fett. I like the arena fighter concept. I like the gladiator concept. Star Wars meets Gladiator, Spartacus combat or something like that, man. This is supposed to be brand new. Of course, his Triton. Do you call this a Triton or a Boba, a hunter spear? By the way, we don't get Disney Plus here in the Philippines, so I never got to watch The Mandalorian, man. I hope somebody would like, you know, link me or hook me up to the first and second seasons, because I really want to check out the show. I heard that it's the only good show. I was talking to my wife a while ago about Boba Fett, and I told her that Boba Fett just looked cool back in the 80s, and he was introduced as this feared bounty hunter, and all he did was took a carbon frozen Han Solo to Darth Vader. That was all he did, and he died in the Sarlacc pit. And it made me we joke about it with my friends that we don't know why he's so famous. He's basically, oh, hi Boba Fett, and then a few minutes later, bye Boba Fett. There goes Boba Fett with his jetpack flying off to the Sarlacc pit. That's how we saw him. But I guess there's a mystique in it that the fans speculated on his past as a bounty hunter and why he was so feared, and that eventually made him a popular character in Star Wars. And my point is, I don't know what this spear is for. I don't know what this spear is for. I never knew that it was part of his weapons. I don't specifically remember his weapon set in Star Wars, the original trilogy. I just remember he had a jetpack and some handguns. That's it. So this one is probably the new one. It's a very arena looking weapon. It's something you might want to use in arena combat for long range melee fights. So it's really cool. I love this. I don't know the history of the weapon, but I love it so much. I've seen people post it with that, and I love it. And of course, this is typical Hot Toys fare. If I won't comment, it means that it's good. It's good. That's the point of it. Hot Toys, their quality is so top notch that you ignore it until you meet, Star Ace Toys or some third party company who makes terrible figures, and then you're gonna, oh, that's why Hot Toys is awesome. That's why we keep on saying Hot Toys instead of 1/6 figures. It's because they're really good. Yeah, they're so good. I can't even remove them in their packaging. They're brand new. This one is a bunch of, I don't know, bladed weapons. Blade weapons, I think. I'm not checking out the chat, by the way. Okay, there, I found a way to look at the chat, but nobody's in now, which is cruel. This is his hands and some bladed weapons, gun magazines. You really have to bear with me because my Star Wars weaponry knowledge is very rudimentary. So enough that. And here we go. I don't have scissors again. So if this is gonna need scissors, this is my second Star Wars figure. Oh, something fell. Okay, it's his wrist pegs that fell. This is my second Star Wars figure ever. The first being a DX Darth Maul. So this is my first regular Star Wars figure, quote unquote regular, soon to be Grail Star Wars figure. I am not regretting my purchase, man. Look at him. The FOMO is well rewarded in this. Look at his tatered cloak. The condition is immaculate. It's brand new as brand new can be. This is pleather. Okay, I was touching it. I was getting excited. I was gonna shout, "No pleather parts, no pleather!" But at least it's just the belt, right? I also have a new camera setup. I hope you like it. I'm using my new mic. You can see from the top view. This one, I'm using the mixer again because I found a great setup where even though my desk looks a bit cluttered, you can see it. I still have to work on the lighting, by the way. I need extra lights, but I didn't bring them out. So the other view, the other camera might be dark because it's facing the shelf lights. I love it so much, man. Really, really, really love it. The FOMO was well deserved. So this is his Star Wars version of a shotgun. Mandalorian shotgun, I guess. So cool, so cool, so cool. I forgot where they based this figure. Of course, these well-known handguns, the one that I know. When I think of Boba Fett, these are the weapons that I think he wields. So the Triton is rather new to me. Didn't know he had melee capabilities. And this one is his jetpack. Okay. I was going to say, is this like a turret laser or something? Is this like his version of a fully automatic machine gun? But of course, this is a jetpack. I'm so happy, man. I'm really, really happy with this purchase. A couple of days from now, it's gonna be my birthday, so I don't count it. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna give myself a birthday gift because I buy too much stuff. So every day is basically my birthday. And of course the base, Star Wars Boba Fett. Of course it has to have sand because you can't have Star Wars without sand. I was hoping that this was an arena floor, but being a new Star Wars collector, I don't have the right to complain, right? I don't have this kind of base anyway because all I collect are Marvel and video game stuff. So I'm still new to the Star Wars collection, 1/6 collection thing. And I actually got a Han Solo and a Chewbacca. I paid for it and it's gonna be on my way soon. So my Star Wars shelf is gonna be happy. Or rather, I'm gonna kick out some figures to make way for my Star Wars shelf. So I like the amount of accessories Boba Fett has. It's just right. I know I've been talking more about my experience than the figure itself, but I think I'm gonna do that for most of my unboxings, because this is more of a vlog than actually something informative. I mean, I could tell you and show you what kind of stuff there's inside. I think his hands, I mean, are okay, are complete, not okay, but they are very good, because most figures, they barely have hand gestures for their weapons. like the older figures, man, or gestures or something that looks cool. They don't have that. And Spider-Man, I almost expect it that they have to and Deadpool, they have to have fun hand gestures. If they don't have that, they better be like Miles Morales from Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse. They have to be that poseable for me to call it a good Spider-Man figure. Absent those, I don't consider them a good Spider-Man figure. As for a weapon-heavy base figure like Boba Fett, this is one of the best set of hands. See, there's big grip, walkie-talkie grip, handgun grip, closed fist, and he comes with an open hands, yeah, and sort of a collar grip. So you have those variety of hands. And for a weapon-based figure like Boba Fett, they're very good, man. They're very good. I'm starting to realize that 1/6 figures, they come in different genres, like weapon-based figures, martial arts-based figures, melee weapon-based figures. There are some characters who don't fall into that. So I'm thinking that they should be fun characters with fun gestures. Usually someone like Ghost Rider. Do you consider Ghost Rider a melee weapon figure because he has the chains? Or do you consider him a range weapon based character because of the shotgun? The thing is, he only has the shotgun and the chains. So Ghost Rider, sadly, he should be a fun character. He should be an action-based character with interesting gestures, like emotes or something. But for a figure like this, which is very old by the way, so it's okay. It's okay really, because it's an old figure. I mean, if they updated Ghost Rider type characters, evil, cool-looking type characters, they have to have more cool hand gestures that are fun. They have to have this, this sort of black metal pose hands, or I don't know, open hands, I guess. I'm not sure. I mean, you have to check the movie where Ghost Rider has to have a pen and stare gesture like that, or a pointing gesture like Venom. He has to have that. So Venom is an example of a character with good hand gestures. So I'll start to review characters if you can emote them the way you like. So here's a good example of a shelf. Look at Daredevil there. I find that his hand gestures very limiting compared to Blade, where I'm very satisfied with his hand gestures because he's a weapon-based character. Daredevil is a martial arts-based character with no martial arts gestures. He doesn't have an uppercut fist. You mean a closed fist can technically be turned into an uppercut, but it doesn't look as good just being like that. Or a hook, because his martial arts is based on boxing, right? So I was hoping he had more like boxing hand gestures, parrying hand gestures, something like that. You could pose him that way. But he only has open, close, and weapon holding gestures. So that's very lacking for me. I'm just giving an example. I'm just talking here because I'm enjoying talking a bit in this video. But anyway, this video has gone long enough. Thank you for joining me, and have a nice day. I really like my mic setup, by the way. So that's really cool.